Hello everybody, welcome back to another video today. Today we're doing a tier list on current Premier League goalkeepers. It's goalkeepers from every team, and we've decided to put them in a tier list and see where to start. And I'm going to hand you over to Matty with the first goalkeeper, who is...
Right, so our first goalkeeper is Alisson from Liverpool. Riff, what do you think about Alisson?
He is. You can make an argument for him being the best goalie in the league, which he's definitely one of the best. I'd put him in world class personally because I think he has shown over recent years that he is the best goalie, or one of the best goalies in the league. Obviously, he does have a mistake in him, but I think he balances it out with his tremendous shot stopping. Does everyone agree on him being top tier?
Personally, I do.
Yeah, I think he's the best keeper in the league.
Yeah,
Right,
completely.
Alisson world class. So that's done and dusted. Next, we are going to go to Areola for Fulham. We'll start with Eden on this one.
I mean, he's mid tier probably. Not really a lot special about him. He's an average Premier League goalkeeper, I'd like to think.
I disagree. I think he's better than Fulham. Definitely.
Yes.
I think he should be in a team like. I think he would start for a team like Everton.
Yeah,
Maybe Leicester when Kasper Schmeichel moves on.
I
because
do
he's
think
getting old
Areola's
now.
a very good keeper, but we've got 5 categories here, and I think putting him in decent right in the middle is perfect.
I think decent is fair, but he's obviously showed his class at teams like Real Madrid. Like he's.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why he
him
went.
as a backup.
I feel like there's a reason why he's gone from Real Madrid to Fulham.
He is only on loan.
No, but he went. So obviously he started at PSG, and then he had a great loan season at I think it might have been Celta Vigo,
Yeah.
where he made his name. I think it was Celta Vigo, a mid-tier Spanish side where he had an outstanding season, and obviously he went back to PSG. I think he was their backup keeper for a bit, and then went to Real Madrid on loan.
Yeah. No, we can all agree on putting him in decent.
I think decent.
Yeah. I feel like if
Yeah,
we put him in decent, he separates the terrible, or not terrible keepers, because they're all decent Premier League level, but he celebrates the worst and the best keepers quite clearly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he's having a good season as of late, so yeah.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
We'll go to
Think it's fair to put him in decent.
David De Gea next, and this time we'll start with Hunter.
Personally, I think he's back to his best, and he should be in world class.
World class.
I think United have kept four in the last 4 games. They've got 4 clean sheets, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And against good teams as well. Manchester City, Liverpool.
Yeah.
So personally, again, world class.
No, for me this season, I agree. Again, I think De Gea is one of the main reasons Man United's in the title fight.
Obviously, last season he had a really poor season for his high standards, but yeah, he's back to his best this year.
Let's get De Gea up there with Alisson.
Yeah, he must be in world class.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is Nick Pope. Nick Pope next.
Quality.
I put him in quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a great keeper for a team like Burnley. He's a great shot stop. I mean, personally, England #1.
Yes, I agree with that as well.
He showed his quality against Liverpool the other night. Just some of the saves he pulled off were out the world.
Yeah, he's one of them keepers who on his day he can build world class, but he's just a quality keeper. He's better than most, but he's not at that Alisson De Gea mark quite yet.
No, I think quality is fair.
Right, well next.
I think that's Dubravka.
Yeah.
Dubravka's actually.
Next, do you know what? We will move on to Dubravka next. And we'll start with Bearded on this one. Dubravka. Right, well, we'll go to Brian on Dubravka.
Yeah, Martin Dubravka. He's been injured quite a lot this season, but he was playing for Newcastle. He was quality. Yeah, everyone can see it. Making loads of saves, just like Cardall is doing now. So yeah, I think he goes in decent because, well, he hasn't played a lot this season, but when he played last season, he was quality.
Yeah, he really was.
I'd put him in decent. 'Cause he hasn't done anything wrong to get dropped. It's just Darlow's been insane.
Yeah,
He hasn't really had the chance
Yeah.
this season.
Yeah.
Faces a lot of shots and
Yeah,
saves
I
a lot of
agree,
shots.
I don't think he's in the list. I think it's Darlow actually. Where
I
would
mean,
we-
the same
it
with
is.
Darlow. I'd put Darlow decent
Well,
as
same with
well.
Darlow.
Yeah.
Decent.
Dar-
You know,
Yeah,
we-
same
we-
size.
I think I personally think there's an argument to have Darlow in quality for this season. He's been absolutely brilliant. He's the only reason I think Newcastle's not on the bottom three.
Yeah, but based on his overall ability, I would put him in decent because I
Decent.
think he's
Yeah,
just going through a
decent.
purple patch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a quality goalie. I don't think he's the same level as Nick Pope, but
No.
I would.
But
Put
he
him
is
decent.
he is a very good keeper, especially this season. He's been shown.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
so we'll go to Edison next, and we'll start with. Well, I'm going to start this one, and I want to shout out, and I want to say Edison world class with Alisson and De Gea.
Yeah, I'd say he's been definitely. Yeah, he's been one of the best goalies in the league. It's probably
Yeah.
between him, Alisson, and De Gea, or he's been the best this season.
Yeah.
Maybe not this season. I don't know. He's not been as. I think he has made a few mistakes this season, but
But then
yeah, again, he's known for making mistakes, but he's still a great
Yeah.
shot stopper. Like
He's a quality
he's a
keeper.
risk taker.
yeah,
That's
I'm
the only
not,
thing
yeah,
that really brings him down.
mm,
He's prone to mistakes, but things like his distribution and his shot stopping out as world
I think-
class even.
on that front when it comes to Edison, like he has got a mistake in his game. Some games, like he's made, especially I think the Wolves game last season. This season, he's made a couple like individual little mistakes, but that does not take away from the level of keeper he is. And
Yeah.
I think he is a world class keeper. Won Golden Glove
Yeah,
a
man.
couple of years back.
Definitely.
Quality.
Right, so we'll go to Fabianski next, and we'll start with Beja because I think he's back. So, don't think he's
He's
on.
just-
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
I was
Yeah?
muted.
Oh, there
I was
he is.
muted.
There he is.
I was muted. Sorry.
yeah.
Well, him being an ex-Arsenal goalkeeper, I feel like automatically puts him a minimum world class, and that's my argument.
Does anyone
No.
disagree, please?
I think quality. I think look on his day he's a good keeper, but he's not world class.
I don't.
Yeah, I
right,
wanna
so we're
put
really
quality.
saying quality.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
above
I'd
Areola and
quality.
Darlow.
I'd put
quality.
decent. I'd
Yeah.
personally put decent.
Yeah, I'd say decent.
Decent.
I think
I would
maybe
say
he
quality.
used to. I don't know. This season I'd put decent.
I just
I-
don't. I
I-
just
I-
wouldn't. I wouldn't put him above Darlow. That's the thing.
Neither would I for this season. I think.
Yeah, I would say decent as well.
Oh no, I mean I would argue quality. I think that he's been the Polish. Well, he's been the Polish goal. Well, Szczesny has been, but he's been very good the last few years.
We can always have a rejig of it at the end. So we're going to move on to Gaita, the Crystal Palace keeper. Rafe, to you.
You see, based on the season, I'd probably put him in quality, but I don't know because he's really inconsistent. Because like you see him have an outstanding game. He was against
Tottenham.
Spurs.
Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, totally.
it was outstanding in that game.
He was.
But then a few games later, you concede 7. Now, I'm not saying it was his fault that they conceded 7, but it's still a massive. Like I don't know. I put him in decent. I think he's been on the same level as Darlow and Areola.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean he's a great keeper one week, and then the next week he is prone to a little mistake. But
Yeah.
To be
I-
fair though,
I wonder what else
He's
is-
not a bad. He's not a bad keeper at all.
there's-
So
No,
we
he's
can't
not.
really put him in the bottom
on a
two.
free transfer, that was a really
yeah,
good
on the free, I was about to
pick.
mention that it was a great pickup by Crystal Palace.
So
Decent.
I think we can agree to have him in decent then. Right, next we're going to move on to Leno, and I think some people have a very strong opinion about Leno. We'll go to the man who said Fabianski should be world class.
I mean, Leno. I think you could argue Leno is possibly the third, if not second, best goalkeeper in the league, underneath Alisson and Edison. And he could make. And he
agree.
I really don't agree.
Nah,
with that.
not having this. He could go to Barcelona, he could go to Bayern Munich.
Emiliano Martinez is a better keeper than him this season. Yeah, he's pretty worth.
I think Leno, I think he's a great shot stopper, but like he can't handle with crosses. He's awful at claiming crosses.
He's such a
I'd
good
say
shot stopper.
quality, to be honest. Because
I take my quality.
let's be honest,
Yeah,
He's
I
top
wouldn't say
6 standard,
quality.
but then he's not.
I'd say he's on par with Pope.
Yeah, I'm not.
Are you
I wouldn't say he's
mad?
world class. I wouldn't say he's world class.
Nah.
Yeah,
He's,
too many-
crazy?
He's not world class.
he's a really good
He's
keeper. I
currently.
don't
Wait there,
think
wait there.
he's...
Let me just tell you, that in clean sheets this season, Leno's second, Ederson's first with 10, Martinez is second with 9, Leno's second with 7. No, sorry, third with 7.
But Arsenal still mid-table.
I mean, that's
He
not
doesn't
Leno's
have
fault.
a
That's not. No. You can't. That's not Leno's fault. Like, look at you wouldn't consider who's a crap team with a great goalkeeper.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
He's
Bang
like
on.
when Buffon played for PSG, like you wouldn't consider when PSG did absolutely awful in the Champions League. It's not Buffon's fault.
By no
Anyway.
means am I saying we're not saying Leno's a bad
did make a
keeper.
mistake in that
think
game.
I don't think
Quality's
Leno's
really
on par. I don't think Leno's on par with Alisson, De Gea, and Ederson. I think
Yeah.
Yeah,
they edge him out.
he's not.
I think he's definitely above Pope. If there was a middle tier between quality and class, he's sitting there.
I don't know. They're both.
I don't
really
know how
good
you
keepers.
can't say that Leno is probably. I would argue Leno is probably one of the top 5 goalkeepers in the world, and that's not even because
No,
of Arsenal,
no,
man.
No,
Right.
he's not.
Right. I
I wouldn't
want to
put-
move
I
on
wouldn't
from
put him
No,
top
but it's
10.
not. It's not.
I
It's
wouldn't
not.
put him
It's
top
There's
10.
no way.
Right.
He's not top 10.
Right. I
Maybe
want
top 10
to.
in the world, but not
Right.
top 5.
I want to move on from
He's not
I'm
Leno.
not a delusional Arsenal fan. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not being one of these Arsenal fan TV ham sandwich kind of knobs.
Right, we're gonna we're gonna move on from Leno. Right, we've got Lloris next. So, Brian, we'll start with you for Lloris.
No, we can't ignore.
Well-
Wait, where's Leno being put?
Leno's in
We're putting him
quality.
in quality.
Quality.
David, alright?
I'm absolutely
Well-
disgusted.
Right,
I
Lloris.
feel
Yeah, let Brian
I
talk
feel
about
like
the
people are
roof.
going to say quality. I feel like people are going to put him in quality. I personally think he deserves to be in.
Oh, this is.
Well,
This
Lloris
is
is a
I know
world
what's
class
gonna happen here.
Apart from 18-19, Lloris hasn't really had a bad season from Tottenham. He's pretty much been the most underrated goalkeeper in the league.
I
That plays
agree,
in
he's
the top
very
6.
underrated.
I can't
Ederson-
that as well.
I don't think he's underrated.
Ederson-
I think he's rated really highly. I'm
Ederson-
not. No.
No, I agree. I don't think he's underrated. I think he is rated highly, but I would put him in
Yeah.
world class.
Yeah, but
I'm
he's won a
surprised you
World
guys
Cup.
disagree with me.
He's won a World Cup.
I thought you guys
I don't
disagree.
think I don't think he's
I'd put him in
underrated.
world class as well.
Right. Fair, that's fair. So far we've got 4 decent, 2 quality, 4 world class. There's no bad keepers.
Wait
and
there,
no
how is
African
Lloris
keepers.
making world class, but Leno isn't?
Because Lloris has done it more
Lloris-
consistently.
Lloris is a lot
I'm
more
absolutely
consistent.
disgusted.
No, but Leno is too error prone to be a world class keeper.
He hasn't made. I don't think he's made any errors this season.
A few
Right.
games ago, I saw him
Time to
go out
go.
and try and
Just
claim it.
because he has David Luiz in front of him doesn't mean that he's a bad goalkeeper.
We can have a redo
means
at the
that we've
end.
got a crap defence.
We're
We can
not
have
calling
a
him
re-
a
Davison
bad keeper.
Sanchez.
We're not calling him a bad keeper.
Right. So
We're just not seeing his
crazy.
World Cup.
let's move on. We've got Emiliano Martinez next. And Spike will start with you on this one.
Left Arsenal, get him out. Not even make the list.
Emiliano Martinez. Sometimes I hate him because I grew up with Villa fans and I know many Villa fans.
Yeah.
But it's hard to deny his talent. He's just
I know.
brilliant. And I actually think if he was at Arsenal, he would be probably number 1 this season. He's been amazing this season. He's proved everything he's worth. And I think when they're in that slump form. Yeah, he could have been number 1 for Arsenal.
Yeah.
He went to Villa. He
I
left,
agree.
and he look at what he's doing. And Villa are higher up in the table than Arsenal.
I say I want to give
I'll
him a
put him
shout.
quality.
I want to put quality.
Quality.
I wanna say
Leno
quality
getting
as well.
injured was the best thing to ever happen to Martinez.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
And I was
So
definitely, you can't deny it. He's in quality.
yeah, 100%. He's no law and he just doesn't make the
Oh,
cut
he's
he
got the
gets.
second most clean sheets this season.
Yeah.
And he's got.
Yeah, and they have 2 games in hand, so
Exactly.
it's easily. Or
So-
1 game in hand on Edison, actually. But
We're gonna move up to Alex McCarthy next, and who better to go with for Rafe on this one?
well, this season, I think he's an outstanding guy. He's proved when we first signed him, I thought he was not going to be nothing more than a backup, but then forced to run out of form, so he gave McCarthy a go, and he's been really consistently good since then. I think there is a shout based off this season alone to put him quality, but I would put him decent. Although he is, I think he's the shout for the England squad. He's very composed on the ball.
Yeah.
if you watch him, like he's never panics under pressure when someone's pressing. So, and he's a great shot stopper. Like he does sometimes make an error, but
Yeah.
not enough.
Brian, were you going to say something there?
Yeah, not even just this season. I think after 9-0 against Leicester, I think Angus Gunn got dropped for McCarthy, right? If I'm correct.
That is
And
true.
since then, he's been good as well. So it's not just this season. Even towards the back end of last season, he was quality. I'd probably say decent, but you could actually argue for him being in quality.
I think decent.
If he has like one more season, Nick
yeah.
Pope has like one more season.
I think this season he's been on par with the likes of Darlow, Areola, Fabianski, and Guy. Like they've had these odd, really good few games, but normally they're just a good keeper. It's decent. Like he's not quite at that Leno Martinez Pope level, but he's still a really good keeper. So I think decent's perfect.
I think McCarthy goes a bit under the radar when it comes into discussion about England goalkeepers.
He does,
Yeah.
Yeah, precisely. He did make his debut last season as well for England, so he's obviously been noticed.
He has the quality to go up against Pope and Pickford and Henderson.
Yeah.
Based on club form, I'd
now that he's
definitely
not
put him
getting
over Pickford and
consistent
Henderson
start.
this season. Yeah.
Well, Henderson hasn't played many games
No.
though. It's only played in Cup and
Anyway.
sometimes in Champions.
We're gonna move
He's
on
made one league
to.
appearance.
We've got Edouard Mendy next, and for this one, Spike, you can start.
Okay, Edouard Mendy. I think when he came into Chelsea, we were in such a dire need of a keeper. Watching Kepa was horrendous. He come in, he had some great games, clean sheets. He has fallen off since. I think he's made a couple like rookie mistakes, especially in the Everton game. That penalty was no reason. And there's a lot of things where I've not been too proud of him for, but I think he is a decent keeper, and I think he's distribution wise isn't always brilliant, but shot stopping is what we've needed, and it's been I'd put him in decent, to be fair.
Any arguments?
Nah, I mean,
Decent. Yeah, decent.
he was
Nothing to really disagree with.
Yeah,
he
I
was
think
arguably the best keeper in the league when he first joined. Not the
Well,
best.
is this
but on
Kepa?
Well,
form.
not the best,
Yeah.
but
No,
in terms of
This is
him,
Mendy.
I mean, when he first joined, you could see like
Mendy.
he gave the
see
defence
the
a
quality.
massive confidence boost, and you could see what he was made of. But I think he kind of, as the season went on, he's leveled out a bit, and he's showing some more of his flaws. But yeah, decent.
Oh,
I wouldn't say he's
100%.
been better than
Doesn't
Darlow
he
or
have-
McCarthy this season.
He's got he's like one of the top leaders in the Premier League for goalkeeping stats, isn't it?
Yeah.
His save percentages. I think
Yeah,
it's third.
Massive upgrade on Kepa.
Yeah.
And well, I think it's going to be rubbish, but I think Kepa will probably be one of the best goalkeepers in the world in the next few years.
I don't think he'll be one of the best, but I think he'll go into. I think he'll definitely refine
go-
some form.
He'll go to Atletico Madrid and then get made some. He'll push through the ranks.
Kepa
He'll
is
do
a player.
Chesney or do...
He is a player I want to discuss in the future, but for now we're going to quickly move on to probably an interesting one, Meslier.
He's had a similar fall to Karius, where he's made a few mistakes and then just his
Yeah.
confidence has been shattered.
Yeah. Anyway, Meslier, what do we think?
I'm gonna say Meslier. I'm gonna go on unpopular. Not taking his potential into account, because obviously he's only like 21.
Yeah.
Based off his current ability, I'd put him in bad.
I would as well, because I don't think he's Darlow, Mendy, Fabianski level. I think
He has a lot of potential, but he never looks confident in the goal. Like he always looks like he's going to do something bad.
yeah.
Well, with Masellia with Masellia, because of Leeds' style of play, he'll either concede or he'll either keep a clean sheet or concede 7.
But I mean, you look at him play, and like sometimes he does make quite a lot of mistakes. Like, what were you gonna say, Brian?
I was gonna say if you watch Leeds, especially the goalkeeper, I can't even pronounce his name. I'm not even gonna try. But yeah, he's made quite a few mistakes this season if you look at it. But that is sort of the style of play. But then again, his distribution at times has been quite poor. Against Tottenham, I think he passed it into midfield and then they lost the ball and then they conceded a penalty, which you could even argue wasn't a penalty. But yeah, that's just an example of the style.
He must be the highest conceding
the way he's
goalkeeper in the
played.
league, surely.
He's not.
think he is.
Sam Johnston is.
West Brom.
I would
But, I mean, the kid he has potential.
Yeah, I would
but
say yes.
even
I was
right
about to say that he has a lot of potential. I think he can become a decent, maybe even quality keeper. But
Yeah.
at the current time, I just don't rate him that highly on current
I
form.
could see him at a big club in the future, like Chelsea maybe,
Yeah.
if they haven't sorted their goalkeeper situation out in that time.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway, next we're going to move on to, I believe that's Rui Patricio, and we'll start with Hunter on this one.
Well, I don't know. I want to say he's quality because he's very old. I think he's past his prime, but he's still putting up great numbers for Wolves, clean sheets wise. So that's why I really want to say he's quality. But I can understand if you make a case for decent.
I would say it's an argument. I would say currently, if there was a category between decent and quality, that's where he would go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a really good keeper, and it's just this season he hasn't done anything memorable.
I'd say he
No.
edges quality based off his pedigree.
Yeah.
But
I'll,
does anyone
I
else?
mean, Euros winner.
Does anyone
But then
else think he should be decent?
You have to ask yourself: is he this season? Is he on same level as Leno? I don't want to say.
No,
I'd
I
say
don't
same
think he's on the
I'd
same
say
level as
same level
Pope,
as Leno.
Leno
I'd
or
say he is.
Martinez.
I'd say because I'm taking like their ability into account, and I think it's just Wolves have been really underwhelming, and
Yeah.
that's brought
Yeah,
down.
Wolves
I don't think
haven't really done
Patricio.
anything special.
Yeah, because obviously they had a massive injury to probably their most crucial player. Like everything all their goals go through Jimenez. Like he doesn't score a lot, but you can see they build their team around having a target man.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Does anyone want him to go decent? Would anyone put him decent?
I'd say quality. My vote.
Yeah,
What do you
I'd
say,
say
Brian?
Quality. He doesn't really have any
For international.
like memorable
Yeah.
howlers that he's fucking whipped out.
Alright, so we'll just put it in quality. We're going to quickly move on.
He's not bang average. He's above.
Of course, time's against us. Jordan Pickford. We'll start with Brian.
Decent.
I want to make a
Brian.
shout here.
I go on, Brian.
The thing is, I probably put him in decent, but I just feel like based on this season, you probably have to put him on decent. But if we had to take into account last season as well, I'd be putting him in bad or even laughable. But this season, you have to give Jordan Pickford some credit. He's been actually all right this season. He hasn't made as many mistakes. He's been sort of reliable. He's made some big saves for Everton. So, yeah, I'll put him
He's
in decent.
opened up the league completely by shattering Van Dijk's ACL.
I agree. No, I agree.
mean,
It's a great
apart from
shot.
that,
That is
I mean,
true.
apart from shattering Van Dijk's ACL,
Yeah, the thing is
He's
though,
been decent.
injuring one of the best players in the league doesn't make you a good keeper. It makes you it helps your club, but it doesn't make you a good player.
Now, what I was going to say is I'm going to say
Correct.
he's a great shot stopper and he's one of the best distributors in the league.
Yeah,
But he makes very rash decisions.
he does.
Like we saw that on Van Dijk,
Yeah.
where, and even I don't know if any of you remember, but in the United Everton game where he came out and he just basically took out Maguire.
Yeah.
So, he got away with that
Everton
one
the
day.
season before. He couldn't reach the crossbar.
Yeah, with the Origi goal. I'd put him in decent. If he sorts out his
Lack of
Like-
arm length.
Decision making.
no, but yeah, it's decision making. That's the phrase. I reckon he could be a quality keeper, but
Yeah.
I put him in decent. I think Pope should be starting over him.
Yeah. Anyway, next one we're gonna go to Ramsdale. We'll go to Eden on this one.
This not to be honest.
We'll come back to Brian.
Ramsdale, well, Sheffield United have been woeful, and I wouldn't like to pin it on the keeper, but there's a clear difference from when Sheffield had Ramsdale and when they had Henderson.
Yeah.
So
I put him in laughable.
yeah,
similar.
I'll put him in laughable because he's like Marcelio, however you say it. He's young, he's got a lot of potential, but he hasn't been good. And he was with Bournemouth last season though. They got relegated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sheffield
I think
almost
he's-
guaranteed to get relegated again.
go on, Brian.
Brian, were you gonna say something?
To be fair, I think his time at Bournemouth, I think it was slightly overrated in my opinion.
Yeah, it was.
I heard people saying, he was a very good guy. I mean, I don't think he was that good at Bournemouth. He was just all round. He was very average. He is an average goalkeeper, to be fair. And at a poor team that are conceding a load of shots, just like Bournemouth were,
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
see he's not good enough.
Right.
So,
He's in
I think-
laughable. I
I was
agree
going
with
to
that.
say, I think when you watch Sheffield play, I think like last season you looked at their defence and you saw they had confidence playing out of the back. They knew if they did make an error, they had Henderson in goal, he would most likely make because
Yeah.
he's a great shot stopper. Whereas I don't think Ramsdale's a good shot stopper. He's okay on the ball.
You do have to remember,
I'll give him that. He's okay on the ball.
Sheffield United, they're missing Jack O'Connell. But
Yeah.
I don't know what injury he got, but he got a massive injury, and he was a big part of what they did last season. I think that's
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
reason why they're doing so poorly.
Anyway, we're going to move on to Brighton
We'll
keeper
move on,
next.
yeah.
It's the pitch is Matty Ryan, but we're going to do it as of Sanchez. Where do we think Sanchez would be?
I put Sanchez in decent.
Yeah.
If it was Matty Ryan, based on this season, I put him in laughable, but
Yeah.
he was a bit
I haven't
he's
seen
been goalie on
Sanchez
recent
play,
years, so I put him
to be
bad,
honest.
to be honest. But if it is Sanchez, I'll just put him in decent. He's been an average keeper.
Do you know what?
Because it's
We'll
Matty
make
Ryan,
it Matty Ryan. We'll put him bad.
he's been laughable this season.
No, Matty Ryan has to be laughable. I'm
No,
sorry.
he's been laughable this season, but
Overall, as a
gonna take
keeper, I
into
think he's
account-
bad, not laughable.
yeah, I don't think he is actually an awful keeper. I
He's
think.
not, no. Right.
Anyway.
Quickly go on, Sam Johnson. Can we all just... I'm going to say laughable.
No,
No,
No, he's
not
not
at all.
laughable.
Yeah,
Do you really not?
No, I disagree.
Not at all. I put him in decent.
Really?
Yeah, so that
Oh.
he's been good
He's not
for West
good
Brom
at
this
against
season.
United.
He's conceded a lot of goals, but that's down to West Brom being West Brom.
Yeah,
Being
Like-
awful. Like,
I don't think he's on the same level as the likes of Darlow and Fabianski and Areola.
okay.
I think
he's
he is.
in
I think he
the
fits
middle
well
I think
of
he
bad
is.
and good.
they're like Pickford, but he's on that level.
But he still
I
deserves to
think
be
he's
decent. Like,
I think he is.
I'd say bad.
yeah, I think he's decent.
decent.
I'd put him in
If you
decent.
saw the game, if you saw
Right.
the game against United,
Yeah.
he was
I know.
quality.
Alright,
Like,
anyway.
it was only
Yeah.
because of the penalty that to
I
retake.
like Liverpool as well. Like he's just
Lost
and City
keeper.
even.
Right, I've put him in decent. Lost keeper, Schmeichel.
Quality.
Quality.
Quality with a
Without doubt.
case for world class.
I think he's the
His
most
reflex,
underrated
his
goalkeeper
reflex,
in
yeah.
recent
He
years.
is very underrated.
His
Oh, yeah.
reflexes are
Premier League,
superb.
Premier League winner, and Leicester they weren't a fluke. They're consistently fighting for top four. I think they're fourth or third now. Quality keeper. He's conceded 21 in 19 this season. Definitely quality.
Yeah,
I
Leicester
think he,
gonna
ma-
miss him
he went
in time.
massively under the radar during their Premier League
He
winning
did, yeah.
season.
He really did.
Yeah,
because Conte and Mahrez really just
Vardy.
took
Kante,
over.
Mahrez, Vardy took for sure, and
Yeah,
I think even Drinkwater got more credit than like I don't know. I think most underrated goalie in recent years, but
Right,
Yeah.
so
Even in Leicester's worst performances, he doesn't have a bad game.
is
I mean,
everyone happy with this
Exactly.
then? Riff, do you have any changes?
no, I think we've done well there.
Bearded,
Maybe-
Brian.
no, I
Yeah,
think
I'm happy with it. Anyways,
A bit.
basically all I want you to do is put Edison at the first of world class because he's the best keeper in the league at the minute.
Hmm.
So that's all.
Right,
it's debatable.
Spike.
Really
it
debatable.
is debatable.
Okay. And this is our tier list done. If you have any disagreements, put it down in the comment below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this video. It's been a pleasure doing this with all my fellow co-hosts.
Make sure to go
Thank
and
you
watch
for
our previous video on our 2020 team of the year.
Yeah.
You missed it.
Thank you for watching. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one.